Hey everybody, I've got a special guest again today.
What's up?
How you doing, Hugh?
Good. How you doing, buddy?
Good, good. Glad to have you
Yeah, thanks for having me.
in. How's everything with you today?
Good. Good.
Good. I see Canadian Drone Hub is still on the air, I think, but we're
Really?
yeah. I don't think I want to step on his toes. Roger seems to be away.
Yeah,
Uh,
Roger left about an hour ago.
yeah. He's got Dave Ennis is asleep, and Mikey's on.
Oh, Mike, Philly Mike.
Philly Mike, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
$18,000 Philly Mike. So
182,000.
182,000.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're not messing around, eh?
That's too rich for my blood, man.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. So any flying today?
Nope, but I bought a new drone yesterday.
Oh, what'd you get?
I ordered a Flywoo Long Range Explorer FPV drone.
Okay.
It's got a 10-kilometer range,
Whoa.
under 250 grams,
Nice.
and it'll fly 120 kilometers an hour.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you're well over, what, 70 miles an hour?
Yep.
Man, you can get in trouble with that in a hurry.
Oh, yeah, but it's very small, very lightweight.
Yeah. Now FPV at that speed and that distance, you want to have some altitude there, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, not necessarily. I've seen a couple of videos of guys doing, acrobatic flying with it, and it does very well as well.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm thinking if you're flying far away in your FPV, you want to make sure you're not going to crash 5 kilometers away or something.
oh, absolutely. Because if you're below trees or something, you might lose video signal.
Yeah.
But the main reason I want the long range is just so that I don't get breakup in the short distance, right?
Yeah.
So I can go a half a kilometer away and be inside the trees and still have decent transmission.
Yeah. Now, are you okay with that in between trees at slower speeds? Or do you still have to maintain some forward momentum to keep it in the air?
I go pretty quick. You don't have to maintain any momentum because you can hover. But the problem with an FPV camera is the camera's up at an angle, usually like 45 degrees or 30 degrees, whatever.
Yeah.
So to hover, you're looking up. It's hard to do.
Yeah, you gotta.
FPV pilots just tend to keep moving. You're just flying, right?
Yeah. In order to keep your horizon in
exactly
in frame, right?
Yep.
Otherwise you're just looking at sky, and that doesn't make for great video, does it?
Yeah. No, exactly. Hey, what's up, Herman? Mike?
Just look at it. Oh, Herman's there. Yeah. And Mike. Yeah. So people are starting to stream in. Let me just see. Oh yeah, we got 9 watching already.
Woohoo!
I think I peaked out last week at 16 viewers, and that was including all my grandkids. So that was the birthday stream.
Hey Rick, what's up, buddy?
I did all right for the birthday. What does an old guy like me need for his birthday?
A new drone, maybe.
Oh yeah, but I mean that's beyond birthday pricey.
Yeah.
My wife came up with the greatest idea, and I got 2 bottles of Jamaican rum, or not Jamaican, of Cuban rum. I got a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old, and
that works.
Well, you know what? For that evening, I felt like I was in Cuba. I was, pouring them pretty regular and just having a great time.
Nice.
Carpenter Rick has joined us too. Carpenter Rick is probably in Manitoulin or Kitchener, or working.
I think he's still up in Manitoulin. He has to. He's kind of quarantined up there for a while.
Oh yeah.
Because of the lockdown, and he has to be at his home of residence or whatever, place of residence.
Yeah. That's and I guess a lockdown in Manitoulin would be a real lockdown. There's not much going on up there.
Yeah.
1967 Camaro.
Anything that don't need fixing is a great gift for guys our age. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, technically, my new drone is my birthday present because my birthday's in 3 weeks. And so when I said to my wife, I said, "Do you mind if I buy a new drone?" She goes, "Can it be for your birthday?" And I said, "Yes, it can, dear. Absolutely. 100%.
So are you buying something stabilized as well?
You fly it in stabilized mode, but I'm going to be flying in acro mode.
Okay. Okay. But you're not thinking of going to the Mavic Mini or something like that, or the
I was
Mini.
considering the Mini 2,
Yeah.
and I spent just about as much money on this FPV setup as I did on the Mini 2, or I would have in the Mini 2. So, but I think this is going to make it much more interesting for me to do cinematic footage.
Yeah. Yeah. I think WTF Mike has Herman mixed up with Paul Hodges.
Oh, is that right?
He's saying you ain't having my Camaro, Hodges.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'm still not flying, and I haven't really been down in the shop too much. Just been doing a little bit of cleanup around the yard and feeding birds and all that stuff. So
yeah.
I was having some trouble. I had a windsock out there. Actually, it wasn't a windsock. I got an idea from somebody, and what you do is you take a broomstick, and on the top of it, you tape a bunch of cassette tape that's a couple of feet long, right?
Oh, like a streamer.
Yeah, because the cassette tapes are really light, right?
Sure.
And they'll pick up any wind. And I had them out there for months. But what happened was, they're dark brown.
Mm-hmm.
All that coating all came off.
Oh, so now they're clear?
Now they're clear.
Can't see what's going on.
You can't see them. And the birds peck at them and make nests out of them, so they become shorter.
Oh, shoot.
So I had a Canadian flag on a stick, and I stuck that out there. So now it's pointing in the direction of the wind. So I'm gonna see if I can find a windsock or something, or figure out how to make one. Go down in the shop and see if I can figure out how to make a ball bearing out of not a ball bearing, but a roller bearing out of dowels or something, so that it spins freely.
2 windsocks sitting in my garage.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But they're pretty big, aren't they? Or are they little ones?
No, 3 feet long, 4 feet long.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I bought initially I bought the one for my power paragliding. So if I came back in for a landing, I would, I'd be able to fly into the wind, sort of thing.
Yeah. And those windsocks, they're kind of scientific too, eh? They've got those stripes on them that tell you the wind speed.
Mine don't. Mine were just solid color.
Okay, because I think, what was it? It was 10 mile an hour wind every time another stripe showed up.
Oh, never heard of those.
Yeah. I think that's the ones they have at the airport. When they're hanging kind of halfway down.
Yeah.
They can tell wind speed by how much of the clock is pointed up, right?
Yep.
So, there's some science there, but use an old hub bearing. Yeah. Oh, and Paul Murray just joined us, so people from the Canadian Drone Hub must have.
You mean the Puppet Master has joined us?
The Puppet Master, yeah. Yeah, because we've got 11 watching now, so the numbers are going up. And I see we've got 3 likes, so we'll have to see how that turns out. I had one stream a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago, where I had more dislikes than likes.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe it was the guest that was on. He was a little controversial, but
Who'd you have on?
Dan from Drone Worship Motovlogs.
Oh, okay.
And he can be quite opinionated, and
he's opinionated. That's true. What, baby? What do you want? Did you see I'm on a live stream? Do you just want to be on YouTube? Come here, then. There you go. You're the star.
There you go. Yeah. Good. Annabelle, right?
Yeah. Annabelle.
Yeah. Well, maybe I should. Oh, here's something else I got. There we go. That's better. Let's see. Off. On. Yeah. Well, not too bad. I got a ring light.
Oh, right on. Good for you.
Yeah, yeah. Now I don't really need it for the daytime streams because I've got really great natural light coming from out here.
Yeah.
Right. And then the ring light.
I need mine bad.
Oh yeah.
Big difference. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Mine is on a gooseneck thing, right? So I can move it around. Right now it's right in front of me. So if I put it over here, there, that might even out the. Oops, now it's falling off. There we go. So that might bring some more light to this side. It doesn't matter, you know.
I've got mine on a 45-degree angle, just kind of coming in.
Yeah. I've got a face for radio anyway, so.
Me too, you know. I'm a fat old man who wants to see my face, right? You know?
Yeah.
I'm going to stick my arse up in the screen. Do the same thing.
Oh, Tim Jackson is in the.
Tim Jackson and Tomas from Ireland.
Rue Rider Drones. That. These teeth aren't working too good today.
Tim Jackson takes Rue riding to the next level.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's incredibly late for the Australians. I think it's 2 a.m. there.
Yeah. 3:16 for Mr. Rue Rider there.
3:16. Holy smoke!
Yeah.
Getting
up for work.
Yeah. Getting up. See, I used to go to bed around 4 a.m. You know, I used to work a late shift and get off at 2.
Yeah.
And by the time I got home, it was 2:30 or 3 o'clock because I had to close the place up too.
Yeah.
And by the time the last guy got out, then I could lock the doors and get in the car and drive for a half an hour to get home.
Yep.
And there we go from there. Oh, and Steve Carpenter.
Hey, what's up, Steve? Good to see you.
A Californian in the house, you know. I sent out some invitations. Let me just do something here. This is something that's supposed to be ill-advised, but what I do is I put the link in the chat just in case anybody else wants to join. Paul Murray, you're welcome to join me as long as you don't bring your puppets.
Puppet safe space.
Puppet safe space. You know.
Oh gosh.
And we try and keep away from the political talk. We had a good conversation the other day about that, Hugh, after the show, and that was and that was good. To keep it all after.
Yeah.
It's tough these days to look at news and not get into the politics of it, right?
Yeah, I steer away from politics as much as I can.
Yeah.
All I see on the Canadian news is pandemic stuff.
Yeah.
COVID vaccine delays, new COVID strains, COVID deaths, COVID. Oh my God.
Well, here we call the CBC the COVID Broadcasting Corporation.
Yeah, God, I'm so sick of COVID stuff.
Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. And then you watch international news, and it's pretty much COVID too. So, it's kind of hard to get away from. It's
more drone stories on the evening news, right?
Yeah.
Positive drone stories, of course.
Well, yeah, but they never get a positive one, right? Yeah. If you want a positive drone story, you got to watch Herman on Wednesdays and Sundays.
There you go. Yep.
Those guys have a really good show that's a lot of fun. There's a lot of people in there chattering away about all kinds of good stuff and cracking wise on Tom's commentary. And it is quite good. We have here a pretty strong community. Between Roger bringing people together and, you've got, Mikey does his thing, but, he's largely he's largely exercise videos now, you know, walking with Mike.
Yeah.
Um,
I think people wouldn't care either way. People go to see Mike's personality.
yeah.
Mike,
Yeah.
Mike the character. I think that, he's got an interesting personality.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And Ken Heron does his show, and he's an entertainer. There's no question.
Exactly. Oh, Ken is showman supreme. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Friggin' Barnum, right?
that's one you can't miss. In fact, if you go to his channel now, and I'm not encouraging anybody to go there now, but you can go in and start making comments in the chat. He starts his chat at noon.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's getting super chats at noon, and the whole thing. And he answers people in the chats. Now he gets on me a little bit because I'm always saying, "Yeah, come and join me at noon," or "I'm just prepping for my show at noon." And he always says he's going to send me an invoice, but
there you go.
But he never does. But I always tell him that I promote his show at the end of my show every time. So
sure. Absolutely.
And we promote each other. Paul Murray has a good Monday PMS show, a Paul Murray show on Monday nights, and I think we have who is it? Jim Above and Beyond Grounds on Tuesdays, right? Wednesdays is Adrian Mateo. Thursdays, Ken Heron and Night Train. Night Train's on. Who does the Friday show? There's a Friday show too. Oh, Friday night is a really good one. Is Matt North at Northeast?
Right, his Saturday morning.
Yes, he has his Saturday morning, and it is a riot. That show is a hoot. It's I would say it's second only to Ken Heron.
Good, high praise.
Yeah. No, it's quite good. It's right up there with those guys.
Nice.
For sure, and I like those ones that are pretty active. Good active chat. I see Jody from Drone Shots has joined us.
What's up, Drone Shots?
He wants to know if I'm going on before Ken tonight. You know what? I might. I just might. My Thursday 6 o'clocks used to do quite well. About double the viewership that I get at this time of day, and I think it's because it's early morning in Australia, so I get the Australian accent of the day. Yes, yes. Herman just released a video with Ken at Atlantic City. Herman, I haven't seen it yet. I was in hair and makeup when I got the when I got the notification. So yeah, hair and makeup. It really looks like it, right? Wardrobe too. We go kind of casual here. Yeah, but we're I do a lot better audience wise and view time wise on the 6 o'clock time slot, but
more people are around.
Yeah, but I found it was a little more difficult for me.
Mm-hmm.
The noon thing, it's a little easier now. Today just happened to be in the middle of the day. I just got a notification from Canadian Tire that I've got an order ready for curbside pickup.
Yeah.
And you get that, and it's like, oh, do we go now or do we? Well, I don't want to. I want people to get into the routine of coming on Tuesday and Thursday at lunchtime.
Mm-hmm.
And share their experience and come on if they can.
Yep.
But I know that it's a tough time for a lot of people because they have to work or they they do what they do.
What's this work thing you guys are speaking of? I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, WERK.
Hashtag retired.
Hashtag retired. Yeah, I've been about 3 years without work. 1 year retired now. So
yeah. Well, for health reasons, I officially had to retire last year. I stepped away from. I was writing and I was doing professional drone stuff, and I just stopped. I've stopped everything. So I'm realistically retired this year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I went off on sick benefit 3 years ago, and then finally they just said, "Well, you're not coming back, so here's your buyout." So
There you go. That's good.
you know, yeah, because it wasn't going to happen. And then in the past year, they closed the whole place.
Wow.
So, moved all their operations and all their equipment all down to the States. So everybody that worked for me is gone, and everybody I worked for is gone. So, you know, so I guess it was a timely thing.
Yep. Well,
I
put
think,
more time into your hobbies, right?
what's that?
Put more time into your hobbies.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Worked long enough that it's time for me to start enjoying life. Now we got lockdown. It's it's not as it's not quite as leisurely as it could be.
Social, yeah.
Yeah, and restricted travel. You know, I really like to travel. You know, yeah. Thomas says they couldn't cope without me. I wasn't particularly productive when I was there, but I was a motivator. I kept everybody moving, I think.
Oh, that's good.
But and that was sort of my function, tracking performance. And
what was the company you worked at?
I worked for a company called Curtis Wright.
What do they do?
Well, Curtis Wright was founded by Glenn Curtis, who was the first man ever to land an airplane on a ship.
Oh, wow.
And he was sued by the Wright brothers for using ailerons on his airplane, and they had the copyright. And he lost the lawsuit, but it was cheaper for him to buy the company, so he bought Wright Aviation, and it became Curtis Wright.
Oh, okay, all right, that's very cool.
Yeah,
or the aviation parts or what?
Well, they do a lot of aviation stuff. The division that I worked for made pressure relief valves, and these and that goes back to the days when aircraft carriers had steam-powered catapults.
Some still do.
Yeah. So what they would do is have a valve to release the steam, and that brought in the pressure relief valve thing.
Okay.
There was a time when there were more deaths from boiler accidents than from natural disasters.
Wow.
Boilers would blow up in dry cleaning places and laundries and apartment buildings, and so pressure relief valves became something that was required whenever you were running a boiler.
Yeah.
So Curtis Wright got in on that because they were in the pressure business, right? But they still manufacture the catch systems and the release systems for aircraft carriers, guidance systems for Predator drones. They're big into aeronautical sort of electronics. Produce most of the cockpit voice recorders and flight data recorders for commercial aircraft, that sort of thing. So, and then
it sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, like some of the guidance systems, that jetway that goes out to the airplane and connects up so you can walk into the plane.
Oh yeah, yep.
They make the guidance system that directs the thing to hit the targets on the side of the plane.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. Like a lot of the stuff was just nuts. You don't think of it. There's a place in Mississauga, another division, and they make the catch systems for helicopters. So as the helicopter gets close to the deck of a ship, it reaches up and grabs a hook on the bottom and pulls it down.
Oh, neat. And
then slides it into the hangar that they make.
I need that to help me parallel park. That'd be really handy.
So, something just reaches up to your car, grabs it, and pulls it into place. I see Mike from Philly Drone Life has joined us.
Mike, we got Dan in here. Metro Drone. What's up, man?
And the moderator thing. Metro Drones is in. Holy cow! We're gathering quite a
Rocking in here, man.
yeah. 17 watching and 12 people liked it. You know, so so we're hanging in there. Yeah, yeah. So maybe the 6 o'clock thing isn't necessary.
There you go.
You know.
Once people get used to you being on, every Tuesday and Thursday at noon, it'll become more of a habit. More people will start pouring.
Yeah.
They'll be talking about it. It'll
Yeah.
following over time.
Well, and as I start getting an audience too, I may start doing a little bit more of the newsy kind of thing, or script it a little bit. Michael, you want to join us? I'm putting the thing back in the. Come on.
And Dan, yes, I have been following the drone laws lately. In fact, what I'm doing to follow the laws is I'm not flying my camera drone anymore, and I bought a sub 250 gram FPV drone. Yep.
To be able to follow the laws in Canada, right?
This heavyweight is going lightweight.
Yeah, yeah. I just dropped a link in there in case somebody wants to join. If Mikey wants to give us his 2 cents or his story, he'd be welcome to join us as well.
Did you hear Jeff Bezos is giving up the reins of Amazon?
Yeah, I saw that.
Really surprising.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe it's time to retire. When you got that much money, I guess you don't have to worry about anything, right?
I think maybe he's pissed off that Elon Musk passed him as the richest man in the world. He's now like, screw it, I'm leaving Amazon. That's it. I can't take it. Being number 2 sucks, right?
Hey, Steve Carpenter.
Gary, Hugh, how are you, gentlemen?
Good. How's things in California?
Well, it's a sunny day here. Nice, beautiful winter day. High 50s.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. We're currently at -1, which would be about 30, I think.
Yeah.
And 0 wind. It is dead calm.
Time to get out there and enjoy the sunshine if it's nice and sunny.
Yeah. We'll be heading out just after 1 o'clock. I got some curbside pickups to do. So.
Oh, okay.
Everything here is closed. Well, and that's the thing. There's another thing, Hugh, when it comes to shopping. My wife was having to shop for something for my birthday, and the only thing that's open is the liquor store and the grocery store.
Fair enough.
So she managed to find a liquor store that actually had Havana Club rum from Cuba. So
Nice.
Wow.
yeah, so that was a treat for me. It was just like being in Cuba.
My wife just ordered a whole case of mead, honey wine.
Oh, yeah.
It's a sampler case. So it's got dry, sweet, in between, fruit, all kinds of different flavors. Anyway, it was really, she got that for us at Christmas, and we've been enjoying that.
Yeah. Oh, I guess. Yeah. Now, is it high in alcohol too?
Yeah, it's comparable to wine.
Okay.
I think it's like 10%, something like that.
Yeah. Well, that's like beer, right? Beer or cider.
The beer's 5%.
That beer's 5, cider.
Yeah, wine's 10 usually.
Yeah.
It can be a little higher, but
Yeah.
Yeah, come to California, you can get some high alcohol content wine.
oh,
Yeah.
I bet.
Get the good Napa stuff.
Most reds and everything are running 14%
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
or above.
Well, we have wine country up here too.
Yeah.
It's
Inniskillen is one of the best wineries in Canada.
yeah.
And Peely Island, there's another one. I love their Chardonnay. It's amazing.
Yeah, we have a bunch of them here, and a friend of mine from high school actually is on the marketing board for the Ontario Wine Producers or something.
Okay.
So he just where do you go to sell wine? I don't know. He probably works with Costco and Walmart and trying to get their product into stores.
Yeah, you're not going door to door. Hey,
No.
a bottle of red. You looking for one?
Well, he had been the general manager of a winery here called Burning Kiln,
Okay.
and they opened I guess when they stopped growing tobacco, they started growing grapes, and I guess they burned down their kilns, you know, as a way of disposing of them. So they're talking about the March meetup in Florida. I guess Captain Ray Kelly has organized a meetup down there for the 20th of March.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of guys are going.
Yeah, from all over the place. You know,
Lockwood from Idaho is going.
yeah, and I think
Rather.
Art Carlson from Artco Drone Solution.
From Colorado. Wow.
Yeah, Ron Lockwood's going. He's already got his airfare.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I'll look forward to seeing the video of that.
yeah. Oh, yeah. There's going to be lots of video.
Yeah.
I think one of the plans is to have 18 or 20 guys fly over Jim Boyd's neighbor pool.
Oh, God. Oh, you got a neighbor that's.
It'd be like stormtroopers, a whole flight of drones all going over that house.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Because that guy accosted him in his driveway. It was hilarious. You know, he was just he was calling him every name in the book. Thought he was a pervert. You know. But yeah, no, that would be fun. Are you flying down there, Steve, or what's up down there?
I've been I haven't flown much. I only flew. It's actually I've only flown probably about 3 times since the first of the year. I've just been real busy. Today I'm home. I'm waiting for some stuff to come in for my project, so
Yeah,
I can change the drawings and get the amendments to it to get them back so they can finish the estimates. I've just been running head on into a wall with my project with contractors bailing left and right.
Oh, no.
no, yeah, that's not good.
Work is so plentiful here. It's trying to get anybody. I mean, even for a plumber. I mean, I'm here today and I'm hoping I'm gonna get a plumber out because we've got a tankless water heater, and all of a sudden, not even 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, it would start dropping off and come up with an error message. Well, I go through and I do all the maintenance, make sure it's done, which I take care of the maintenance on it. And it's like you can't get a plumber out in order to look at it. And I've got to get, obviously, a technician for the type of tankless I have for what's the matter. Because it'll fire up and and as long as you got hot water running, it'll run. And then 15 minutes or so after you stop the water running, it shuts down and goes into this air code. And I've got plenty of gas supply, all the ductwork's clean and everything. So there's something wrong with the internal internal boards on it.
Yeah, you have to go back to the manufacturer, get a plumber, or get a plumber who knows how to swap out the board or whatever.
Exactly. In fact, that's where I contacted Nortz, the tankless water heater company. I contacted them, and there's actually 3 within 5 miles, 3 of their verified contractors. So,
if they get it fixed, that's still a tankless job.
Yeah, the system was bled, Rue.
Is it a tankless system for your joke to work?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's my Canadian accent.
Oh, it was work. I mean, we had one even before this, because when we had the house fire this time when the house was all done and empty, I had it completely repiped into PEX, getting rid of the copper, because we've got such a high mineral count here, and it eats the copper up. And we're going to the PEX. I put it in so there's a recirc line going all the way from the furthest location and then back, and picking everything up along the way. So the unit itself has a built-in recirculation pump in the unit. It's just a small little guy that runs, so it makes it nice.
Right on. Well, speaking of plumbing, so I've got an old house. It was built in 1830, almost 2 centuries old.
Right.
Yesterday, I started hearing this squeak in the wall, like water pipe squeak, like a
Rattle?
but a squeaking sound. Oh my God, it's driving me crazy. I don't know what to do about it. It's just enough so that, if I'm sitting watching TV and it's kind of quiet, I hear a squeak, 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 and it's just,
Do you have radiator heating in your home?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Means you got pipes everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Everywhere. So I guess there's really nothing I can do except get earplugs or something.
Somebody, Mikey says there's a disease in the chats.
Okay. Kids just not getting along.
Yeah, well, okay. Vaccination. Okay. But thanks for stopping by, Mikey.
Take care of Mike.
I wasn't watching. I didn't I didn't catch it all, but yeah, so but
I left the camera drone world this week and I ordered an FPV drone.
Uh-oh. He's gone to the dark side.
Go to the dark side, buddy. Woo-hoo. Yeah, buddy. Nope,
More and more people are, that's for sure.
I'm still going to film the same kind of stuff. Like I'm going to go out and do nature, like rivers and waterfalls and all that sort of stuff. I'm just going to, have the ability to do really nice, smooth cinematic transitions. And I think it should be really fun.
There's several people out there that have, I should say, the only way I can put it is an outstanding talent of flying drones. And with the good cameras you can put on them now, I mean, you look at like Jake Sloan or like even Ken Dono and his stuff that he does for his homes, the shoots that they do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, they've turned that whole entire FPV into a whole entire new world.
Yeah. And some of that 360 video stuff they do is pretty neat too. Right?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not. The technology is it's just out of this world.
I'd like to do 360, but I'd have to upgrade my computer. I don't think it would handle it right now.
Yeah, I just upgraded my computer. Tell you, it is something else now. I mean, I have to rethink the way I edit video because before I'd put something in the timeline and wait for it to, and now it's just there and you can.
Well, I used to have to create proxy files to edit 4K stuff, right?
Yeah.
Create 720p proxies, work on those, and then Premiere would just swap the 4K stuff back in. So
yeah. Well, I'm using iMovie. I'm just using the standard thing that comes with the confuser, and it seems to work for me. But it's lightning fast by comparison.
Yeah.
The new computer is 11 years newer than the old one, so I'm running on half the RAM and half the storage space, but it's still just blazing fast. So.
Oh, that's good. I know Ron Lockwood showed a clip there the other night. I think you were on Jim's show. When he showed, he was just goofing around because he just got the camera. So, I mean, he's in the process, not goofing around, he's learning the process.
Yeah.
But he's doing it on his Mac laptop. So, I mean, it's not like a big, huge, desktop model.
Yeah. Well, I've got an iMac, and let me just see here. Let me just tell you what I got here. I got 3.8 gigahertz, 8-core Intel Core i7.
Nice.
Which is fast enough, and an ADM Radeon Pro 5500 XT with 8 gigs. So it seems to chew away at this stuff real quick, And then the external drive, I got another external 2 terabyte drive that connects on USB-C, which seems to be faster than the old USB. So
yeah,
it's cranking the stuff, and it's doing time machine. So when something goes down, I can go back in time and pick the version in time where I want to restore to, right?
Yeah.
it's kind of neat that way. And when I installed this computer, I just backed it up from my old time machine, so it started up like it was new, but with the new Catalina operating system. And
Oh, did you switch over?
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, well, you just got a new computer, right? Of course.
Yeah. Well, it was the same. It's the same iMac. It looks the same on the front.
Mhm.
The front, it looks exactly except it's higher resolution. It's a 5K monitor.
Yeah.
And it's way brighter than the other one was. But yeah, everything came up. It was the same, right? I could reload some email settings and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
And now all of the computers all work together.
Mhm.
I get a reminder at 9 o'clock in the morning to take my meds. It comes up on my phone and it comes up on my computer. I say that I've taken it. It takes it off my phone and my tablet and my other computer. It just everything is seamless, right?
Steve Jobs is talking to you out of his grave.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can use his wisdom.
So another little drone tidbit I'll share with you guys. I bought this Emax Easy Pilot. It's you probably heard of the Emax Tiny Hawk.
Right.
The same company.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm not impressed with this package. It comes with goggles, a controller, so everything you need out of the box to just start flying FPV. But I found the drone to be poorly made. There were wires hanging down that, in a crash, could catch on things. Every time I had a little crash, the props would fly off. Anyway, I'm really not impressed with it.
Yeah.
Which is funny because a lot of the reviewers seem to like it. They seem to think it was really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. Well,
question for you, Hugh. Now the goggles that come with it, are you able to wear those over your glasses?
No, but I don't need to because my prescription's not that high.
Okay.
So I actually just take the glasses off.
Oh,
The
okay.
goggles weren't too bad for entry-level goggles. For a first time, they're fine. It was just the construction of the quad that I found was really poor. And also the controller had an 18650 battery in it that was dead on arrival. So I had to swap that out right away too. So anyway, that's my drone impression this week. Yeah, I know, Dan. I know what you're saying. Emax is usually pretty good, and I know that everybody loves their Tiny Hawks and stuff. But this is just a dud that I got. I don't know. Anyway, it's going back.
Yeah, it's mass manufacturing, which they're doing now. You're going to have quality control that's going to drop through.
Right.
No matter what it is. I mean, it's just like I grew up in the construction industry. My father was an electrical contractor, and I'm an electrical contractor, but I'm also a project manager. And all the years I've been in, the business, and you look at it, and we used to call it like the painters, and no offense to any painters out there, one code Charlie. You just get in there and shoot it and get the, out of the place. And you don't do it correctly. And it's just like going through and watching another electrical contractor, and you're overseeing them. I have to admit, they've done a really good job. I'm really happy with the one I found. But like some of these other contractors have come in, it's just like, excuse me, why aren't you taking care and getting this stuff done while you're here? And they go, oh, that's not in our scope of work. I says, you want to make a bet? Look at the scope of work. Here it is right here. I put the scope together. I know what needs to be done.
Yeah.
So building and production like it is anymore, it's taken a back seat, at least in my own opinion.
Yeah. What's up, back from the sky? How you doing?
Hello, Carlos.
Yes, and Drone Fox Ireland has joined us a while back, and I didn't even notice in the chat. I was listening to what you guys were talking about, and not paying as much attention as I should to the chat. But
yeah, we got a good crowd in here.
Yeah. No, it's we got 10 watching and 15 likes, so we got more likes than people watching. So
that's always good.
So I think we've had about 17 at one point. So Yeah. So robotics has taken a lot of that away. What did they take away? Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've taken away a lot of the control that, or a lot of the responsibility for maintaining flight.
Come here. What's up, buddy? Oh, kitty cat. It's a little cuddle time. All right.
How do you get a saddle on a kangaroo? You ride him bareback.
Tim, do you ride your kangaroos bareback? It's dangerous. Cat. You should get your butt out of here. Oh, yep. So February is going to be a very long month as I wait for all my drone stuff to come from China.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It all comes from China. You didn't buy it local?
I wish I could. There's
Yeah.
just a place that has all that stuff. You know?
Yeah. The FPV stuff, they don't carry it in stores, do they?
No, I don't think there's much of a market for it. If there was, I'm sure it would be here, you know.
Yeah. Although hobby stores might have some of that stuff, right?
Yeah, they might have some if we had them open, but everything's closed right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Although some places have curbside pickup still, but you know, it's a hard way to shop. You know, I mean, there's nothing like going in and picking up the product and looking at the label, you know, and reading it and feeling it and texture and all that other stuff. I can't imagine you can buy clothes online, you know.
I've done that now.
Yeah, I know, but it's just not the same, right?
It isn't the same, but you know, but the same token, I've done all my groceries online as well, and that's been a real time saver. Like I don't have to go in with a mask. I don't have to worry about finding something. I look in the search engine. I add it to my cart. I don't know. For me, I just love it. Love it.
Yeah. No, that works, eh?
Are you talking about using Amazon to do your shopping, or
No, well,
what do you use up there?
So up there, what I'm using is the Superstore. It's called. It's a big grocery chain.
Okay.
So I primarily go there, or I also go to Walmart as well because they have a good grocery selection as well here. So.
Yeah, and then you don't even have to go in the store, right?
Well, you do have to go to pick up stuff. You have to go. What you do is you drive up, you open your trunk, call a number, and they come out and put it in your trunk, and you drive away.
Yeah, but you don't go in the store.
Nope, don't go in the store at all.
No.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been in Walmart in well over a year.
Yeah.
You know, I go into Costco because I'm going there to buy propane.
Yeah.
You know, they sell propane by the liter, not by the tankful.
Yeah.
You know, because to me, it doesn't make sense to pay $25 for a tank of propane.
Yeah.
If it's already half full. You
So-
know, that's like going to the gas station and they say it's $80 to fill your tank, and they don't know how much you got in there.
You know, Tomas, I actually tried to buy my drone yesterday from Get FPV, and I had like $600 worth of stuff in my cart, tried to check out, and for whatever reason, because I'm in Canada, it couldn't calculate the tax and wouldn't let me check out. Even though when I went to the website, it had a big banner that says, "We ship to Canada." So I thought, great. You know, I couldn't friggin' well check out. I tried contacting support. They didn't get back to me. So I put the order in at Banggood from China.
Yeah. Now, when you buy from Banggood, you don't pay tax, do you? Or do you pay GST as it comes in?
Nope. And
Nope.
shipping is usually like $5.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not
But
bad.
the downside is it takes a month to get in at least.
Yeah. Well, that it takes that to get it here. If you ordered anything from a lot of stuff from Banggood, if you're getting
Sure.
from China, even to the States,
Yeah.
and then depending on your state, well, do you have to pay VAT tax and everything in coming in?
No.
Oh wow.
No.
No.
Technically, we're supposed to in this country, but for whatever reason, Banggood doesn't process it, so they don't collect it.
Yeah, it depends on who ships it. Like if somebody ships it by UPS,
Mhm.
they'll get charged a brokerage fee and the sales tax.
Those guys are effing pirates.
Oh yeah,
Pirates. It's awful.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get that with FedEx or who's the other one? FedEx or
Purelator?
Purolator. Yeah,
Yep.
Percolator's pretty good.
Percolator. Oh,
Because like here in California, and it depends, like for us in states, certain states require that the tax be collected. Like if you look at it, you'll see like California, New York, Chicago, any of the
Yeah.
the bigger states, they'll be nailing you for the tax. So
Idaho,
that part,
yeah, we can't bother. We can't be
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like for buying different items. I've gotten like their online credit card, like Amazon has their own online card, not a regular credit card. It's their online card. And by using it, you get 5% back on everything you buy.
Mhm.
And then the other one is through B&H audio video.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
have their own, it's called Playbo, I think it is, their own credit card. But
Okay.
God, don't ever miss a payment. It's 20-some%
Yeah.
interest if you do. But what they do for us here in the States, at least, whatever your sales tax is
Mhm.
credited right back at checkout. So by just using that card,
Okay.
I'm saving 7.75%
There you go.
where I am here. Like
Yeah.
if I was in Los Angeles, I'd be like 10.5%.
Wow.
Well, you have municipal tax as well as state tax.
In Los Angeles, yeah, city tax.
Wow.
It's all by your by what we, our zip code that they call it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So wherever your zip code is, when you put that zip code in, bingo.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. I find, well, anything you order from anywhere in Canada, they always seem to be able to figure out your tax rate. And some places in Canada even quote their price in US dollars.
Yeah.
So you're having to add 30% onto their price. I was looking at buying a hand plane, and it was an expensive high-end hand plane. And it was $249 US.
Mm-hmm.
So then I put it in the cart and figured it out, and it came out to, what was it? $363. And then I was going to have to pay 13% on top of that. So I was going to pay over $400 for this $249 US hand plane,
It sounds like Australia.
And that's a hand plane. I can buy power tools for that kind of money.
Yeah, no kidding.
But then you're not working with the same kind of precision and craftsmanship, right? So
No, I
where do
fully
you go?
understand.
What I ended up doing, well, a year or so ago, I bought a cheap hand plane I think I got it from Home Depot.
Mhm.
It was like $55. And basically it was junk. It was just crap. What they gave you was a bunch of parts that you could then spend 40 or 50 hours making into a decent hand plane.
Wow.
So I did build my own hand plane out of those parts. Now the next step is there's a site in the States that sells hand plane parts.
Mhm.
Well, I had a hand plane that was owned by my grandfather,
Wow.
and I inherited that back in the 60s. So I've had it for 40 years, but it's in pieces, right? So
Mhm.
there are pieces that have gone missing. I've de-rusted it a couple of times and gotten it ready. Now, if I buy the parts for it, that will be the piece to use. I mean, they don't make stuff like they did. This is probably 1920s, 1930s. It's probably 90 or 100 years old.
Mhm.
So if I can get that working, I'm golden.
There you go.
And something that I can pass on to my family as
Right.
family heritage,
Well, that's the problem I think we have in the mentality which occurred, started occurring several decades back. Everything's disposable. It's not like you're going in to repair a part or an electronic device like TVs, say. You used to have the tubes. You go through and well, what's the matter? Okay, you pull all the tubes out, you marked them, you went down to the local hardware store, and you put them in and check them, and okay, this one's bad. I know which one it is, and put them back in, and voila, it came back on. Now
I remember the tube tester was in the drugstore here.
Yeah, exactly. Thrifty's Drugs down here in California.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was crazy. Eh? You go to the drugstore to fix your TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's somebody posted something on Facebook the other day. What was the first concert you ever went to? Sort of establishing how old you were, eh?
Right.
I put down Jesus and the Disciples.
In Excess, 1987.
Yeah, well, you see, and to me that's relatively new, right?
That's way new.
Last concert, Kenny Rogers, 1988.
1988. Wow.
Also, so in 2 years you served out your concert tour, huh?
2 concerts and that was it. I never went back.
Geez, I can remember seeing like Jethro Tull at Maple Leaf Gardens back in the 70s, right?
Wow.
Oh, at the INXS concert, Ziggy Marley, Bob Marley's son, opened up for INXS.
Oh, really?
We got to smoke weed and drink beer with Ziggy Marley out in the parking lot. That's the only famous person I've ever met, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We were out having a few beers on our tailgate, and this guy comes up, and I said, "Oh, you must be with the band." He goes, "No, man, we are the band." You know. So he had weed, we had beer, everything was good.
It's odd too when you get to meet somebody like that up close, eh?
Yep, for sure.
I met Weird Al Yankovic up close one time.
Oh my gosh!
You went to the concert, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've been to 3 of his concerts now.
Wow.
I went to one that was more of a serious concert where he was doing covers of other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in a small hall in Toronto.
Mhm.
And it was quite good.
Nice.
He did a lot of small venue stuff. I know here in the States, in California, when he was around, he would do a lot of really small, like I'm talking like maybe 100 or 200 max venues.
Yeah, yeah. The one that really impressed me recently was actually, it's a couple of years ago, James Taylor.
Oh, yes.
James Taylor was in Hamilton. And it was interesting because he said, okay, we're going to take a break now. He says, I don't know why we need to take a break. It's just that's what they do, right? Mm-hmm. So, we'll be back in 10 minutes, right? And, they have the camera on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
They followed James Taylor while he was on his break. You know what he was doing? He was picking up pizza boxes and stuff out of the aisles. He went down in the crowd and was cleaning up the arena.
Oh my God!
Then what he said something that kind of struck me. He said, "The next song I'm going to play, Fire and Rain, and I'd like to dedicate it to the victims of the fires in Fort McMurray, Alberta."
Oh wow!
And I turned to my wife and I said, "That's kind of cheap." So you dedicate a song to them. Yeah, that's no big deal. What he did was he dedicated a portion of his entire Canadian tour to Fort McMurray. Wow. He gave them $25 million.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
He has always been a big donor.
Couldn't believe it when I said to my wife, I said, I take back what I said. He didn't dedicate a song. He dedicated half the tour.
Wow. Good for him. That's nice.
Yeah. Stuff like that. You hear about stuff like that, and you become a fan for life. I mean, you can't deny that kind of stuff. But
he's phenomenal. He was. I've seen a lot of different concerts over the decades and stuff. He was one that was very memorable because he just very relaxed. And the other one I did for my wife, because my wife loved Sting, and this is going back, say, about 10 years ago. He played at a venue here in Irvine, California, and it's in like you'd see like the Hollywood Bowl, but it was just an outdoor theater to where it's outside seating. And the tickets I was able to give, we were only 5 rows, which was nice. So we were only 2 rows up. So the stage is down here. and we were only 2 rows, so we were just looking straight on to him, and the whole band. He came in with the UK Philharmonic Orchestra that he had backing him up, plus his band. So he had a full symphony in there, and it was like no other, because I've seen him 2 other times before that, like nothing else. He was not backed by any one label. He came out, and if you looked at all of his lists, all the songs change at every different venue. And he just comes out and just starts talking. And then he goes, this is Remind Me. And it really got in his dark side. And he told all about his life and how he'd written songs and what it was all about. I mean, it was just like you were getting to meet this person up close and personal besides the concert.
Wow.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're going to have to wrap it up here. We've gone more than an hour.
Boy, it has been.
Yeah. Lunch is over, guys.
Hey, Geeks Vana, what's up, buddy?
Hi, Sean.
Oh, hold on. We got to make that a ticker.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just saying, be kind to one another. That's sort of our closing theme today. There's everybody's suffering a little bit these days, and if we can all be a little kind, that's just a little bit of help. But I'd like to thank everybody for coming in. Thanks, Hugh. Thanks, Steve. We've had lively conversation, and I'm going to have to go back and Sean just joined us. Sean from Geeks Vana. See you later, Sean.
He said he's been listening since almost the beginning.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, I haven't watched the chat as closely as I should. We've been engaged in conversation on here, but I thank you all for coming in and participating and having a little fellowship between each other. And I hope everybody's enjoyed it. I'm still not sure if I'm going to do a 6 o'clock tonight or not, but definitely stay tuned on Tuesday and Thursday at noon. We'll continue this as long as it's successful and as long as you guys are enjoying it. So thanks again, everybody. And
See you, kids.
from there, we'll say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Have a
Thank
good-
you.